Hey, what's up YouTubers, and welcome back to another Todd E. Walnuts video. Today I'm going to show you guys my Rob Zombie Steelbooks and my Rob Zombie vinyl records. So get relaxed, get a beverage and a snack, kick your feet up, let's chill and check out these movies and records. The first one here is my favorite Rob Zombie movie. This was a Best Buy exclusive steelbook of House of 1000 Corpses 20th Anniversary Edition. It comes with a nice little plastic slip sleeve thing, slip cover. And then you have Dr. Satan on the cover. Very nice glossy finish. You can see the Firefly family on the back. I really like the color scheme. I like the bright oranges and the black kind of mixed together. I do have a digital copy for this, but I think I'm gonna save that. So on the left-hand side here, we have the Blu-ray with Baby Firefly on the disc. And we have the bonus materials on the second disc with Otis B. Driftwood on that disc. And then just popping these out, putting them to the side, we can look at the interior artwork. The late, great Sid Haig, who played Captain Spaulding, one of the greatest horror icons in my opinion. I really enjoy that character. I think it's great. And that's what the steelbook looks like. It's really nice. Glad to have this. So I'm going to pause it here and go to the next one. So this is what it looked like with the plastic slipcover on. You can see the peering eyes of Dr. Satan. The next one is 3 from Hell. This is the unrated 4K and Blu-ray. It also did come with a digital code. The digital code is no longer here. I gave that away to somebody. There's Baby Firefly on the back again. It's Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie's wife. And this is what it looks like without the slipcover. It looks really good. There you have the images of the characters, and then this is their skulls. Another very glossy, very nice paint job on this. 3 coffins. And let's see here on the right. This is the Blu-ray. And this is the 4K. And if we pop the discs out, we have some interior artwork. Really, really nice. Next up, we have 31, and this was a Target exclusive steelbook. Very impressive here on the special features. You get a comprehensive 2-hour documentary on the making of the film. That is ridiculous. A 2-hour documentary, that's pretty awesome. And we'll take the plastic slipcover off and look at it side by side. I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie. I think he has a great vision for filmmaking. I like his dark themes, and his atmospheres are very good. And there you can see some interior artwork. His movies are pretty violent and pretty gory. And well, Rob, he's a fanboy himself. He loves horror movies, and this is a passion of his, and I'm glad that he shares his vision with us, the fans. The next one here, this is a movie that has grown on me over the years. I rather enjoy it now. I can't say that I enjoyed it the first time I saw it. It was okay. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't in love with it. But over time, this one has grown on me. That's The Lords of Salem. And we have a Blu-ray disc. And there's no interior artwork, just kind of a black background. And this one's kind of a plain Jane Steelbook, but I still like it. I like it a lot. Not a whole lot to say about the movie or the Steelbook, but I do want to share this as part of the Rob Zombie collection. And the next one is Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is the collector's edition. This has two different versions of the film. On the first disc, you get the director's cut, and disc 2, I believe, was the theatrical version of the film. This is another movie I like a lot. I know people who are, I guess, Halloween purists from John Carpenter's Halloween days didn't seem to really like Rob Zombie's movies that much. And I know especially part 2, the remake, or the sequel to his remake, a lot of people didn't really care for. But in my opinion, I think Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2 are way better than a lot of the original sequels from the original franchise. And I really enjoy these movies. They're very brutal. They're Michael Myers is just savage in these movies. And I liked the more recent trilogy too. I thought those were excellent movies. So yeah, I think I don't have anything bad to say about these movies. I think if you haven't seen these, give them a try. And if you saw it once and you didn't like it, give it a rewatch. You may enjoy it the second time. There is the, let's see here. This is the director's cut disc on Blu-ray. And this one is the widescreen theatrical. Let me see if I can pop that out here without. And then on the back, it's basically just that picture on the left. This is, I'm not sure what's going on here. It looks like screaming faces. It's hard to see what they are. Very glad to have this in the collection. I need to get part 2. I don't know if Halloween 2 is on Steelbook, but I'll try to find that. The next one here is a favorite of mine. I really love this Steelbook. And even though I have all of these movies on Steelbook, this is the trilogy, so you get all 3 of the movies in one Steelbook. I don't think I have the Devil's Rejects in Steelbook though. If I do, I forgot to bring it out to put it for this video. I'll have to check, but I don't believe I do have the Devil's Rejects on Steelbook. But this is another plastic slipcover. And of course, the trilogy is House of 1,000 Corpses, the Devil's Rejects, and the 3 from Hell. This was a Blu-ray and digital code. I got rid of the code already, gave that to a friend. This was a Target exclusive Steelbook. I really like what they're doing with these plastic slip sleeves like this. I think it's pretty awesome. And we'll take another look here at the artwork. You guys will have to let me know what your favorite movie in the trilogy is. I already told you mine's House of 1,000 Corpses. I hear a lot of people saying The Devil's Rejects is their favorite. You'll have to comment down below and let me know. And so the cool thing about this steelbook is you get all each movie has its own disc, and it's the original disc art. So there's House of 1,000 Corpses. There's 3 from Hell. And there is The Devil's Rejects. And let's see what kind of background art we have here. Not much, but I guess it's better than a blank slate on the back. It looks like some kind of design, red and black and blue. Not really sure what that symbolizes, but let's put the 3 from Hell in the back. Put them in order. So that is the Rob Zombie trilogy, House of 1,000 Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. And the last steelbook is also another Rob Zombie Firefly trilogy. So you get the same exact 3 movies that you got in this steelbook. Different packaging. This one does not come with a plastic slipcover, but that art looks pretty great. I think that looks amazing. And there's the back. You got Baby. And again, on the inside, each disc has its own movie. So House of 1,000 Corpses on one disc. There's Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding. You got The Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell, and a little bit of a write-up here on the back. Really glad to have these steelbooks. I've cut way back on buying steelbooks, but when something like this comes out or something like this, I will definitely grab them. But I have cut way back on steelbooks. And I did keep this. I normally don't anymore. This is the J card that goes on the steelbook. I'm probably going to throw this away. I really don't need to keep these anymore. I just toss them. I recommend to collectors out there, if you guys keep your movies sealed and you keep the J card glued to the back of your steelbook, for one thing, you're missing the whole back cover because this is on the back. That's one reason I take mine off. I want to see the whole steelbook. 2, the little glue dots that they use, it's almost like a kind of a jelly type glue, almost like a rubber cement. And over time, that glue hardens, and you could be doing some damage to the paint on your steelbooks. So I recommend not keeping your steelbooks sealed. I used to do that for a long time, but you may actually end up damaging the paint on your steelbooks. So I recommend to not keep the J cards on there. Whether or not you keep the J cards, that's up to you. I know a lot of people will take them off and just kind of tuck them in their movies and close it up, and it's kind of safe inside there, but I just don't have any need for them anymore, so I pitch them. Anyway, that's the last steelbook. I'll do a quick recap, and then we'll get into this pile of vinyl records. So here's my little 7 steelbook collection from Rob Zombie movies. If I'm missing anything, please let me know, comment down below, and I'll try to grab it. I know that there's another company, I don't know if it was a UK import or German, I don't recall, but there's a really beautiful steelbook for House of 1,000 Corpses, but it was very limited, and it's sold out, and it's going for really high money right now. I don't know if I want to spend that much for a steelbook, but I may if I can find a good price for it. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. We have the Rob Zombie trilogy, House of 1000 Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell. We also have the Firefly trilogy with the same 3 movies. Halloween, the remake. I need to get Halloween 2 if they do have it on Steelbook. The Lords of Salem, which has grown on me over the years. House of 1000 Corpses, a 20th anniversary edition. This is my favorite Rob Zombie movie. Three from Hell, unrated, and 31. So now we will get into the vinyl records. These are soundtracks from the horror movies of Rob Zombie, and some of them are movies that were presented by Rob Zombie, and I'll talk more about that when I get to them. So the first one here is the words and music of House of 1000 Corpses. So if you've been following my channel for an extended period of time, you'll know that I did show most of these already, but I wanted to kind of show them again in one video as kind of a dedication video to the Rob Zombie collection. So what I normally do when I open up a record, you know, when the record comes sealed from the Waxwork company, you take off the cellophane and it has a little sticker like this. I like to keep these stickers. These are called hype stickers. And I buy these bags. These are kind of a thick protective bag to keep your records in. So I throw the cellophane away and I peel the sticker off of that cellophane and I affix it to one of these thicker, more high quality bags, and it'll stay on there. I like to keep the hype stickers. I like to keep it together. I think it looks really great on the cover. So this is basically it's the soundtrack for the movie, but it's the dialogue and the music that was in the movie. So it's like you can listen to the movie instead of viewing it. So you got these animated characters here on the front. And it's a gatefold. So you open it up and again, you can see all of the characters from the movie. And this one came with a really thick book. Thick comic book. I'm not going to go through it all. I'm just going to kind of skim through so you can kind of see some of the artwork. So you can kind of read along as you can follow along as the record's playing the movie. I think this is a great idea. I really love this. It's a very thick book. And there are the kind of these fake ads that you would see in comic books back in the day. Not going to pull the vinyl records out, but this is a 2-record set. Very, very glad to have this. It was a little pricey. It was $50 off of Waxwork on their website. There's the Waxwork Records logo. But I'm glad to have it. I feel like it was money well spent. So, because I do enjoy the movie quite a bit, and just to have this kind of a gimmicky release, I'm glad to have this. So that is House of 1000 Corpses. These next 2 here are very new to my collection. I got these about a week and a half ago. And that is the Lords of Salem, directed by Rob Zombie, and House on Haunted Hill, which was presented by Rob Zombie. I have not opened these yet, and you guys are going to see them opened in this video. I'm just going to put them off to the side for now, and we'll open these up at the end. I just wanted to take a quick peek at these. So I haven't opened them to see what's inside, so we can do that together. The great Vincent Price. Very, very glad to have these records. You can see Rob Zombie's logo here at the bottom. So you have the Waxwork Records logo, and you have Rob Zombie Presents, and you have the Vincent Price logo as well. Very nice little collectible piece. The next one was also a movie that was presented by Rob Zombie, and this one's called Carnival of Souls. This one I took the hype sticker off and tucked it inside. I had planned to put it on the plastic like I did with this one. I just didn't get around to it yet. I actually forgot about it. but I will peel that off and put it on the protective sleeve at some point, but just not right now. And there's the track listings. We're gonna open this one up. This one was already opened on the channel before, but we're gonna go through it again really quick. So this is another gatefold. This is a 1 record edition. It didn't have 2 records, so. And I believe it also came with a little art print. See if we can pull that out really quick. Carnival of Souls, original motion picture soundtrack. So that is Carnival of Souls. Here is White Zombie, presented by Rob Zombie, who named his band, his heavy metal band, after White Zombie. Here's the hype sticker. Bela Lugosi. Beautiful art. Artwork by Graham Humphreys. I believe he also did the Carnival of Souls. Let me see. Yeah, this was also artwork by Graham Humphreys. And again, you can see the Waxwork Records label. You have the Bela Lugosi label and the Rob Zombie label. This one came out in 2021. If you're interested in any of these records, I would go over to Waxwork. I don't know if any of these sold out by now. I doubt it, but you never know. I don't know if these were limited or not. Check out that splash page on that gatefold. That is beautiful. That looks really, really good. And this one, there's an art print inside. I'm not gonna pull it out. It takes too long. And then there's 1 record. And really, really glad to have this. All of these, I'm glad to have all of these. That is White Zombie. The next one is Halloween 2. I missed out on Halloween 1. I waited too long, it's sold out. I don't think it's going for like really big money, but it is quite a bit more expensive than it was on the Waxwork Records website. On average, these are about like, I don't know, 30 to 35 bucks a piece. The first one I showed you, the House of 1,000 Corpses, is about 50 bucks plus shipping. Eventually, I will pick up the Halloween 1 on eBay if I remember to grab it, but I definitely want to have it to have the companion piece for part 2. Some good, really good music on here. You can see has the Moody Blues, you got Rod Stewart, you got Motorhead, 10cc, and this is another gatefold. This is a 2-record set. I believe there's oh, it's a booklet, isn't it? Okay, so I believe it's 1 record. So you have a art print and you have a booklet on one side, and then you have the wax here on the other side. Really, really glad to have this. Hard to believe that this movie came out in 2013. It's already over 10 years old as I'm recording this in 2024. So it's 11 years old now already. I can't believe how fast time is going. The next one here is, this is a really fun record. It's called Halloween Hootenanny, Spookaphonic. And this was put out by Rob Zombie's company called Zombie A Go-Go, I believe. This is the limited edition colored vinyl. This came out in 1998, so this is, it's getting a little harder to find. Actually, this is the reprinting. Back on Ghoulish vinyl for the first time since 1998. This, I forgot that this was a re-release. I didn't have this originally. I actually bought this over the past like year and a half. I bought this on, I believe it was on eBay. But there's Rob Zombie's label, Zombie A Go-Go Records. That's one of his icons. There's Sherry Moon. She is, to me, she is beautiful. She's gorgeous. I know a lot of you feel that way too. So this is kind of a miscellaneous type record in the vein of Halloween. So you have some Zach Early stuff. You have Rob Zombie, Reverend Horton Heat. You can read the list there. I don't have to read them off to you, but these are fun little kind of a compilation Halloween party record. You can see some of the participants, people who have segments on this record. And I would definitely recommend this to you guys if you love Halloween kind of party records. There's no gatefold on this. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna pause it here and pull a record out really quick. So that is what the vinyl looks like. I guess it's kind of a pumpkin splatter, I guess. I love it, I think it's great. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. This is one I would definitely recommend. And actually, I would recommend anything here that I show you guys. It's all good stuff. The next one is called Spider Baby, and this was also presented by Rob Zombie. I believe this was Sid Haig's very first movie. It's another gatefold. It's very heavy. There's Sid Haig right there. Artwork by Graham Humphreys again. And this was released by Waxwork Records in 2021. It is a 2-record set. You can see all the track listings there. We have a severe thunderstorm watch and tornado watch tonight here in the great state of Wisconsin. So you may hear some rumbling outside in the background. You get, what do you get? An art print, and one of the records is in there. Might be a little booklet in there too, I don't recall. And then here's the other record. So that is Spider Baby, presented by Rob Zombie. Here's the hype sticker, available for the first time on vinyl. This was the blue and green marble vinyl. And you get an exclusive interview by Rob Zombie with director Jack Hill and actress Beverly Washburn, and of course, Graham Humphreys did the artwork there. So this is the big boy. This is, I guess, the crown jewel in my record collection, one of them. And I got lucky and bought one of these before it sold out, because now it's going for hundreds of dollars. And this is the Firefly box set. You get the 3 movies House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. There you can see the characters there in the back. Comes in this really nice box, heavy duty, sturdy box. You can see all of the characters there. Excellent characters. And then on the inside of that box, there was kind of a little half shell or whatever you want to call this. And all the records and everything are housed inside here. These dogs get a little creeped out when it's, I'm assuming you guys heard that. It was pretty loud. It's just starting. It was raining pretty much half of the day today. I got a lot of my outdoor chores done before noon today. And shortly after noon, it started to sprinkle, and it hasn't stopped. It's been coming down harder ever since. And now we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, and they're saying it could drop golf ball size hail. And there's also a tornado watch. I can't think of a better thing to do than sit inside and make a video, right? Or watch movies. But here's a little record mat with Dr. Satan on there. I think that's a nice touch that they included that in this box set. And then we have the vinyl records. So we have 3 from Hell. And we have the Devil's Rejects. And House of 1,000 Corpses. Really nice set. I believe you can still buy these individually, but to buy the whole box set, I'm thinking, if I remember, it was like, I saw somebody asking like 250 or 300 bucks for it online, and maybe more than that now. But always remember that a seller can ask for anything. You don't have to bow down to any of these eBay sellers. These gougers, they make me sick. These scalpers, you know. If there's something that's sold out and it's out of print, just keep an eye on it and keep looking daily for it. And eventually you'll find it for a good price. Because people can ask anything they want for these. I can put this on eBay right now for $1,000. Doesn't mean I'll get it, but that's what it's listed for. And I think people get a little bit confused by that because they see that and they think that's what it's worth, and they end up getting robbed. So just kind of be patient. I guess that's my advice to you as a collector. Because if you start buying things at collectors' prices, you're not going to be a collector very long. You're going to run out of money really quick. And that's why I've been so successful at collecting for decades, is because I wait for a good price. So that is the Firefly family box set. I'm going to pause it here, put this stuff back, and then we're going to open up these last 2 records. So this was one of the later releases, one of the most recent releases from Waxwork Records, and I was really glad to see that they were putting this out on record, and I knew I had to grab it. Let me see if I can find the artist on here. Here's the hype sticker. Original motion picture soundtrack, music by Von Dexter. You get 2 LPs, deluxe packaging with a 4-page booklet, and an interview by Rob Zombie with Victoria Price, who was Vincent Price's daughter. This was a good movie. I even like the remake of this one. This is a pretty fun movie. I'm gonna pause it here. We're gonna pull out because I haven't looked at this yet. I wanna see what the vinyl looks like in the booklet. Okay, I just had another wow moment when I pulled the vinyl out. It's freaking beautiful. One of the best I've seen. I'm sure you'll agree when we get to it in a minute. I just wanna look at the 4-page booklet. This is I believe this is the interview that they're talking about with Rob Zombie and Victoria Price. I love it when they throw things like that in, whether it be a record or a DVD or Blu-ray. So this is a 2-record set. Check out this gorgeous purple and black marbled vinyl. That is beautiful. Very happy with that. That's one of the best I've seen, actually. And the last one for this video for my Rob Zombie collection. I have more Rob Zombie movies. This was just Steelbooks and records. I do have a bunch of his DVDs. I have a bunch of his Blu-rays in plastic amaret cases, but this was strictly for Steelbooks and records. So here is Lords of Salem. This has been out for a while. I just never owned it, but I recently picked this up. These two came together in the mail at the same time, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. But this is 180-gram colored vinyl. You get a bonus black metal live album with B-side etching. We'll take a look at that. You get exclusive liner notes by Rob Zombie in a 16-page booklet and a 12x12 insert. So we'll check all that stuff out here in a minute. It's pretty heavy. It's a heavy record. Artwork by Robert Samelin. Check out the gatefold. This is all new to me, so I want to make sure I give it a good once over. It's a pretty nice images there on the inside. So there is the 12x12 art print. And on the back, looks like you have the track listings. Oh, they have The Spirit of the Radio by Rush. That's a great song. And we have the record sleeve. What is this? Oh, this is the booklet. This is the booklet. I don't consider this wasting time, but I don't want to spend too much time on this portion. I'll just kind of skim through here. Merry Christmas from Herman, Heidi Herman. always good to see Ken Foray. And it's always nice to see Sherry Moon Zombie. Really nice addition this record is. Glad to have this. Here is the Lords of Salem record with the sleeve. And there's a write-up here by Rob Zombie from 2020. If you want to pause it and read it, be my guest. Whoa, check this out. Check out that little burst of color in there. What a beautiful record. It's kind of a, it's like a translucent blue-green, bluish-green color. And then you have this really beautiful kind of red, orange, white, light blue. I love it. It looks really beautiful. What a gorgeous record. It almost looked like scratches at first, but that's just part of the splatter. And this was the bonus record that they threw in. If you remember here back on the hype sticker, it says bonus black metal live album with B-side etching. And this looks pretty cool. I really love this. It almost looks like a King Diamond record. Corpse Eater, Satanic Misery Live for the Dead. And it says it was recorded live at the Black Forest Discotheque in 2015. This is the band right here. I am completely unfamiliar with this band. I don't know if it was a band just for the movie or if this is a real gig, a real band. I don't know, but I think it's really, it looks beautiful. I think this is great. This is a great throw-in. And then we have the record. So it's just a regular plain black vinyl. And on the back, this was the etching that they were talking about. I have to turn it this way. So you can see there's an image on the back, and obviously you can't play this side. There's no music on here. It's just etched as a design or a little bit of art to add to the record. So that will conclude the Rob Zombie Steelbook / record collection. Hopefully I gave you guys some ideas of things you could pick up for your collection, and if you have any suggestions for me, obviously you can feel free to put those down in the comments section. What were your favorite records? What was your favorite Steelbook? And for Miss Hannah and Miss Heidi, I'm your boy, Toddy Walnuts. I still have a couple of videos in mind. I don't know when I'm going to get to them, but I have the part 3 of my Eurocrime collection, which will be box sets. And I have a magazine flip through video planned in the near future. And of course I have to give my top 10 Eurocrime movies. And I'll probably come up with some more ideas here coming up soon in the near future. But for now, thank you for watching. I always appreciate, all the support. The comments are great. And I hope you guys find some enjoyment in these videos. I hope it allows you to relax a little bit and just kind of chill, to get away from the daily grind. You guys are welcome into my world, and we talk about movies and good things in this world, so everybody's welcome here. Hannah and Heidi wish you a good night, and we will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.